The Orlando Magic shocked the NBA landscape this offseason by pulling off one of the boldest trades in recent memory. In a deal with the Memphis Grizzlies, they acquired Desmond Bane, a premier three-point shooter and two-way guard who's already proven himself as a near all-star talent. To get him, Orlando sent out Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, 4 first-round picks, and a pick swap, signaling just how much they believe Bane can elevate their young core. It's a massive bet on both the present and the future, as Bane's shooting and shot creation address one of Orlando's biggest weaknesses, perimeter scoring. The Magic built an identity around size and defense, but often lacked consistent shooting to balance out their attack. Bane, who's averaged over 20 points per game twice over the last 3 seasons, all while shooting well above league average from deep, fits like a glove in their system. He's not just a spot-up shooter either. He can handle the rock, attack closeouts, and run secondary pick and rolls, making him one of the league's more complete scoring guards. This move immediately raises Orlando's ceiling and puts them firmly in the conversation as one of the East's most dangerous up-and-coming teams. The cost to acquire Bane was undeniably steep, especially with Orlando parting ways with 4 first-round picks and a swap, along with established role players. Cole Anthony was a homegrown guard who had given the Magic a steady offensive spark, while Kentavious Caldwell-Pope brought championship pedigree. Losing those players will sting, particularly in terms of depth and playoff experience. However, the front office clearly felt that Bane's age, production, and fit alongside Paolo, Banchero, and Franz Wagner made him worth the price. At just 27 years old, Bane lines up perfectly with the Magic's timeline, giving them a shooter in his prime who can grow with their young core. Trading for stars often requires overpaying, but the Magic's asset chest was deep enough to withstand the hit. They essentially swapped out secondary players and uncertain future picks for a proven ascending talent. The risk is there, but so is the potential for Orlando to solidify themselves as an Eastern Conference contender. The other major piece of Orlando's offseason was locking down their franchise cornerstone Paolo Banchero to a rookie max extension. Fresh off his All-Star appearance, Banchero has blossomed into one of the NBA's most complete young forwards. His scoring prowess, ability to create for teammates, and physicality make him a nightmare to match up with at the 4. Extending him ensures that Orlando doesn't just have a rising star, but a long-term leader who can anchor the team for years to come. The max contract is a clear vote of confidence and shows the franchise is fully committed to building around him. For a team that's often struggled to retain stars in the past, getting Banchero secured early eliminates any future contract drama. It also sends a message to the league that Orlando's no longer in rebuilding mode, they're building around a centerpiece with real championship potential. Alongside Banchero and Bane, the Magic also have Franz Wagner, who continues to develop into one of the league's most underrated young wings. Wagner has quietly improved as both a scorer and defender, showing flashes of two-way brilliance that make him the perfect complement to Banchero. While Banchero is the power driver and focal point of the offense, Wagner provides spacing and movement. Now with Bane in the mix, Wagner won't face the same defensive attention, giving him more room to expand his scoring game. The trio of Banchero, Wagner, and Bane gives Orlando a foundation of size, scoring, and interchangeability that most teams can only envy. Each bring a unique skill set, yet they fit together seamlessly in terms of spacing and roles. The balance between inside scoring, wing creation, and perimeter shooting makes them extremely tough to guard. It's not far-fetched to say this could become one of the most balanced young trios in the entire NBA. The Magic didn't stop there. They also added Tyus Jones in free agency, a move that might not grab headlines like the Bane trade, but could be just as impactful. Jones is widely regarded as one of the best backup point guards in the league, and has thrived whenever given starting opportunities as well. His assist-to-turnover ratio has consistently been among the best in the NBA, and his ability to steady an offense is invaluable for a young squad. For Orlando, Jones brings veteran poise, playoff experience, and a reliable hand at the point guard position. He doesn't need the ball to be effective either, which makes him a perfect fit next to both scorers and playmakers. After losing Cole Anthony in the trade, Jones's signing fills that void while arguably upgrading the position with more efficiency and leadership. Having a player who can control tempo and keep the offense flowing is exactly what Orlando needed. Jones's presence adds another layer of depth and stability to this growing roster. When you look at the Magic's projected starting lineup heading into the 2025-26 season, it shapes up as both balanced and intimidating. As of September 2025, The likely first five features Jalen Suggs at point guard, Desmond Bane at shooting guard, Franz Wagner at small forward, Paolo Banchero at power forward, and Wendell Carter Jr. at center. That combination gives Orlando defensive toughness at the guard spot, perimeter shooting from Bane, versatile scoring from Wagner, and inside-out dominance from Banchero and Carter Jr. Suggs sets the tone with his on-ball defense and growing confidence as a secondary playmaker, while Bane stretches the floor and punishes defenders who collapse inside. Wagner and Banchero form one of the most dynamic young forward duos in the NBA, blending shot creation, size, and playmaking, while Carter Jr. provides a steady interior presence. Off the bench, Tyus Jones offers control, efficiency, and leadership when Suggs sits. Add in Jonathan Isaac and Anthony Black as versatile depth pieces, and this roster becomes one of the most flexible and complete in the league. Depth wins playoff games, and the Magic have built a squad that can withstand matchups against any Eastern Conference opponent. Defensively, this new-look Magic team could be even more dangerous than people realize. Paolo Banchero has steadily improved on this end, using his size and strength to hold his ground. Franz Wagner has already had the reputation of being a multi-positional wing defender. Wendell Carter Jr. protects the paint and rebounds at a high level. Add in Bane's physicality at the guard spot and Jones's discipline, and Orlando can switch, contest, and pressure opponents with practical ease. Jonathan Isaac, though injuries have plagued him, still offers elite defensive upside off the pine. Even Jalen Suggs has carved out a reputation as a tough, relentless perimeter defender. With so many plus defenders across the roster, Orlando has the potential to become one of the stingiest defensive teams in the East. It's that balance of offense and defense that could set them apart from other young contenders. Offensively, the addition of Bane might be the key that unlocks everything. Orlando's biggest flaw in recent years has been inconsistent shooting and spacing, which often clogged up driving lanes for Banchero and Wagner. With Bane on the floor, defenders can't sag off the perimeter, giving Banchero more room to operate in isolation and post-ups. Wagner will also benefit from cleaner looks off cuts and spot-ups. With better spacing and balance, the Magic's offense could take a significant leap forward, turning them from a scrappy playoff team into a legitimate top-tier threat. Ultimately, the Magic's offseason can be summed up as aggressive, forward-thinking, and potentially transformative. The Bane trade cost them a lot, but it gave them the shooting and scoring they desperately needed. Extending Banchero solidified their franchise cornerstone for years to come. Adding Tyus Jones patched up the point guard spot and gives them veteran stability. Combined with Wagner, Carter Jr., and a deep bench, Orlando now has a roster that's both competitive now and built for sustainable growth. They may not be favorites to win the East, but they're in the conversation as one of the most improved teams heading into the 2025-26 season. The balance of star power and depth is exactly what you want in a modern NBA roster. If everything clicks, the Magic could be the breakout team of the year and a nightmare matchup for even the most established contenders.